Since our unit is dealing with multiplying and dividing rational numbers, we can't forget about decimals because they're rational numbers as well. They're numbers that we can turn into fractions. So here's a quick review of how to do that. Basically, you would treat 2.34 as if it was 234, and you would treat 1.2 as if it was just 12. It's like you ignore the decimal place, and then you would just go through and multiply like you always have. You add in a 0 there when you come in to do the second multiplication. So 1 times 4 is 4. And we finish it on out there, and then we add. And it'd be 2,808. That's if the decimals weren't there. Well, again, when we're working with the decimals, we just go through and we treat it as if the decimals don't exist. But then what you do is you count up how many decimal places you have in the original problem. And keep in mind, folks, the original problem is both numbers that are being multiplied. So how many number places do we have behind the decimal? Well, we have 2 here, and we've got 1 here, so that's a total of 3 different places. So we put our decimal 3 places over. It'd be 2.808. When they're written horizontal, you can rewrite it vertically. You can put it like this, 2.88 times 1.7. That's probably how I would do it. You could also do it like this, 1.7 times 2.88. And if there's a extra decimal that's a place value that's missing up here on the top number, you can always add a 0 right there, and that doesn't change the value. But this just makes it more difficult. I like doing it this way. This way I only have to multiply 2 numbers. So we get 4896 down here for the numbers, but then again we need to count up our decimal places. There's 1 here, 2 there, so we'd move our decimal over 3 spots to make it 4.896. This one, since it's just 2 numbers, I'm going to slide it underneath 2.11. And again, we count up our decimal places. And there we have it. That's all that we need to do when we're multiplying decimals. The hardest part is just knowing your multiplication facts. If you know those, you should be pretty good. Do the best you can. Practice makes perfect.